Welcome back to another vlog, and today's ride takes us into the hills for a gravel, not so gravel ride, and you guys are going to see why. If you're wondering why my head is bobbing up and down, it's just because I just want to make sure that everything is at the right angle. It is 5:30 in the morning, Thursday 26th of January 2024. Something I have realized this year, last year, is that if I want to keep my YouTube channel alive, I've got to keep making content. So, back on chest harness, and here we are on my gravel bike today. And I'll be trying to ride this gravel bike a little bit more over my road bike, just to get used to it as I prepare for 70. Out on an easy ride today with lamps, and yeah, we're gonna hit the trails in less muddy. So here we go. So riding to heart rate has been an interesting one for me. For those of you guys who've always ridden to heart rate, well, kudos to you. Maybe this is not new to you at all, but having ridden to heart rate for the last 2 weeks, I found it rather interesting in the sense that I'm starting to wonder if we have been too obsessed with numbers. Not heart rate, particularly watts, power numbers. Training to power, FTP, all that stuff. And not really focusing on heart rate. Riding to heart rate, the thing is, perhaps for me and not so much for other people. So I stopped using my heart rate monitor a while ago. Partially because it was just another annoying thing to strap on, and the power meter was already on the bike. Maybe that was my mistake. And so I've been training to power. I do my FTP test, my RAM test, and then I go boom. Right to zones, power zones. And now I'm riding to heart rate zones, and I'm going, it is similar but also quite different in terms of how my body feels. I don't have a power meter on the gravel bike yet, just a cadence sensor, my heart rate monitor and speed sensor. And riding to heart rate, the perceived exertion is about the same as riding to power, maybe a little bit less. But anyway, what I was trying to say or bring across is that I think I should have trained to both heart rate and power and not left one or the other out. Stuff. I lost my bottle. Must have fallen out somewhere. Or that's just bad. Nat. Just arrived at Lances, and I want to point something out. So, Canyon have this interesting thing about keeping the geometry right for all different bike sizes. And what they've done on my extra small frame is put on 650B wheels, which are slightly smaller. So, in terms of inches, it's 27.5 versus 29. And you can sort of see the difference here. This is a 29 inch or 700C, and this is a 650B. At a glance, you can already tell which wheels are bigger. So these wheels are bigger. In fact, interesting, everything on the Giant is bigger. Slightly bigger frame, higher top tube, bigger rotors. What else is bigger? Everything is bigger. Maybe the rider is bigger too. Lance has graciously saved me with a bottle. I need to figure out where I dropped that bottle, or if I even brought it out at all. So it turns out that I took a sip of my bottle when I was back home and placed it back on the counter. I didn't bring it out at all, so I didn't drop it, I didn't lose it, just didn't take it out. So we're on the bike path, headed over across to the hill, so tracking east. And this is a very nice PSP part right next to the golf course at Whaleback along near Nicholson Road. This is Welsh Pool Road, and yeah, just head into where the hills are at. This part of the ride is still fairly chill and we're taking it easy, but it's gonna come the gnarly stuff. Just a short break while Lance calibrates his power meter. Oh, he's done. Traffic is heavy, and at the corner of Welsh Pool and Tonkin Highway, lots of big trucks and cars, and the light's taking super long to change. Well, I think it's on this note I could say that riding to heart rate, I'm starting to get won over by it because, well, I'm not a scientist, I'm not no background in sports science or anything, but basically, if you don't have the power and if your heart can't keep up with it, then what's the point? So I think riding both the power and heart rate is something that might be really useful. At least it's starting to feel useful to me. Yeah. So we got off Welsh Pool Road and headed up Lewis. Beautiful, beautiful roads here, really empty in the morning, and even though the roads are not as smooth, they've got fantastic views and great climbs. This climb, for example, is about a 10% average, and it was absolutely beautiful to climb, especially on a gravel bike with granny gears. Absolutely gorgeous view. This climb is like 10%. Jeez. This is where all the action starts, and as you can see, the start of the trail, there's a guy in front, that's Lance, and he's just plowing through, literally just sending it, and I'm here going like, oh my goodness, this is not what I signed up for. The size of the rocks, this is not pea gravel, this is like literally rocks. Rocks the size of a 50-cent coin and even bigger. The tires are going all right, 40 mil tires, nubbies, but it is steep. The camera doesn't really do justice to the gradient, but during this ride there were gradients from like 5% all the way to about 18% where we had to actually walk up. Look at the size of those rocks there, gnarly stuff. I was actually contemplating going home at some point, turning around, but I realized that going down was way too steep and I just had to carry on. So enjoy some of the rest of this footage. You can laugh if you want to. If you're interested to know where this is, drop me a message. I can give you the GPX files. Less murdy. Gravel, not so gravel. Lance has gone on, and I've stopped because this is way too technical for me, at least on this gravel bike. My handling skills are not good enough, and don't really want to stack it. That's a pretty steep downhill section there, and more uphill. A lot of just rocks. It's literally just rocks everywhere. Not exactly the gravel ride I envisioned this morning, doing the whole walk of shame, and thinking to myself, what have I gotten myself into? Look at the size of that rock, man. Look at that. Sheesh. Loose sand and rocks and gravel. Lance has probably gone into the dust. Might turn around and go home. Let him finish this gravel ride. Ah, he's there. Haha, he's there waiting for me. Right. Oh shit! You okay?
They don't do enough yet.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is high.
This is not as bad as the one at Mundaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cross one. The tree was absolutely massive. Here we go. Damn it.
Made it.
Old man.
And the hikers pick it up already.
Shit. This is technical shit, man. I'm walking. This is clearly not going as planned, man. Like, shit, ants everywhere. Heaps of ants. And the, wearing road shoes. Nice, beautiful road shoes on this terrain. How nice. It's a great view, though. Jeez, so slippery. Left or right? So after pulling out Google Maps, we decided we wanted to go the shortest route back to paved roads, and so here it is. Pretty sketchy downhill section before another climb, and I almost stacked it there because the rocks are just so huge. Doesn't look like it on video, but believe me, if you're actually there, you'd be like, this is gnarly stuff, man. Too big. 100%. Sliding back. Oh. The walking is giving me a good enough workout. This is a proper hiking trail. It's like holding the bike up, man. Like, oh. We eventually made it back to the main roads. This is Melaleuca Road, just a downhill, but pretty interesting. I would not go back to that trail for a gravel ride, and Lance wouldn't as well. It's not really rideable with a gravel bike, at least half of it. I ended up walking about half of the way and riding half of it, so it was a half gravel ride on not so gravel bike friendly roads. We're just sending it down Crystal Brook right now, about 60-65 k's an hour. Gorgeous morning, open roads. Guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.